Focus. May life bloom everywhere.
Stay in formation! If we can move, we can fight!
Alright, hopefully that fixes it. Let me know if you can hear something in the transcribe. Testing, testing. Hopefully I can hear this now. Should be working now. Yep, I can see myself in OBS, so hopefully you can hear me on voice.
What is it? Everyone stay alert.
I'll turn it down. Thank you for the heads up. You got a tank on you? Alright, excellent, thanks. Hey, thanks for the heads up. I don't know why OBS dropped sound, but it's working now, so. We got about, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes till A2G takes the spire here. And then they got a medium-sized ball and a large ball on the other side of the river.
Everyone stay alert.
Well, we should do what we can. So if you're just joining this, obviously we're in Dragon Zone. One of our other allies, UHA, is still not able to get into Dragon Zone. They're trying to push out, but you know they got a long way to go here. But at least they're tying down a lot of WG forces. And so right now the main effort is A2G and us versus the other three alliances. And sort of the key flashpoint is this bridge right across the spire here. A2G is going to take this part imminently. And then the question is, are they going to be able to push over and keep building, or are these forces from 25 and BNR going to be able to stop them? And we're seeing if we can help them out anyway. All right, here we go. There, looks like they're focusing 25 first. 25 is definitely the stronger of the two. So who do I think I'm going to win? Honestly, no. One of our allies is locked out of the final zone, so that's tough. We're going to do what we can, but you'd certainly make the other side the favorites at this point. You know, I haven't got the new cab yet. I pulled like 200 gold chests yesterday, and I didn't get one single copy of him. So I'm looking to try him out, but I'm gonna have to get a little luckier before I can get him and run through some tests. Hey, Dark Mage, I'm working on it. I'm kind of a noob with this thing. Realistically, my video output and my ability to work on my channel gets lower when we're in like these heavy fighting periods. I'm probably gonna have to do that after the Dragon Zone's decided. It's something I need to do. I agree. I'm probably not gonna be able to do it right now. And that's a good segue. Just like I don't know, I'll probably put out a video this weekend, but like my ability to just do the curated content is just a lot lower when I'm fighting all day. We fought all day yesterday to try and make some headway in Zone 3, and now obviously we're fighting all day in Dragon Zone. A2G looks like they're doing pretty well here. Um, they're pushing into that 25 ball pretty well. I think I better try and do what I can to help.
We each back among weaklings. Great.
I definitely got to get a better setup. I'm trying to juggle like 4 things here, and I'm not doing a good job of it. So I got to figure out a way to simplify this.
Mind if I make some mud?
Who needs a map with the wind to guide us?
Well, we'll see if it comes across.
I cannot. The darkness within me will be purged. A long road lies ahead of us.
Went all that way to join the army group, and then they disbanded like 30 seconds later.
Mortals have some interesting ideas. A long road.
We've got work to do. Quit your lollygagging.
Mortals have some interesting ideas. Is this what victory feels like? There can be no eternity without the divine.
Follow me.
Who are you up against in your KVK? I mean, as long as we're hitting one of them, it's helpful.
All right, I'll lead the way.
A long road lies ahead of us.
We've got work to do. You can count on machines better than quit your lollygagging.
I was gonna hit that group, but that cab coming made me think twice. I've made some changes to my flying cab. I've de-emphasized their punching power and emphasized their maneuverability. But once I get a chance to think and get the end of the end of the season, I'll put out a new video on them. The high maneuverability build is working so much better than the old build
Interesting
did.
ideas.
So I think that's really the way you want to go with them if you do play Eagles. There are plenty of people that I've fought against before that we ally with now, that we get along with, and there are players, alliances we fought with before that we never ally with. So, uh, fighting someone, sometimes you make friends, and sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
There can be no eternity without the divine.
Next push, good God, look at the size of these balls. Like this, look how packed 25 is. This is really impressive. If you look at it from like the screen, you're like, oh, it's not that much. And you zoom in, you're like, oh, Jesus, there's got to be 250, 300 marches. It's really, they have really good discipline in standing on top of each other. BNR, obviously they're a little bit more spread out.
One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak. A long road lies ahead of us.
We've got work to do.
I cannot ignore the boundaries that lie. A long road lies ahead of us.
Quit your lollygagging. Follow me.
The path is clear.
Follow me. All right, I'll lead the way. You can count. All right, I'll lead the way. Follow me. Now those done it.
Mortals have some
All right, I'll lead the way.
my count. One day, I shall return to White Wing.
We've got work to do.
There can be no
Hey, gotcha, Whale. I see your question. We got let me get back to you in just a second here. We got some stuff going on here.
I have you seek.
Dinner worry.
above, conquer below.
Greetings. I cannot ignore the boundaries that lie between this world and mine. Mortals have some interesting ideas.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So, advanced infection versus intense infection. So, the thing with advanced infection is advanced infection increases your trigger chance, and the trigger chance on infection is pretty low. So you think that'd be great, but the thing with the infection is it can only trigger once per second. So if you're open field fighting and like 20 marches are targeting you, you can only get one proc a second anyway. So advanced like for open field isn't that good. Intense is just straight damage increase. That's good, not amazing, but good. So I think intense is better than advanced most of the time. In a one-on-one fight, sorry about that. In a one-on-one fight, advanced infection is actually pretty good. But like, how often are you fighting one-on-one with a poison lizard? So I don't think it's usually worth the end of season skill for the poison lizard. So right now I'm trying to use both my alt and my main. I was mostly fighting on my alt during that TP play, and also trying to adjust the camera. And at the same time, my cat's like begging for her wet food. So I got like 12 things going on right now.
One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot. Um, I've been doing it more or less since like season 3, I think. That's when Frondel came out. It's not as strong. Like ground cav is really strong right now, and I wish I could do that too. But I do really enjoy flying. I think it's more of a niche play. You got to enjoy it. If you're going through pure strength, I think League of War is still probably the best because Celestials are the best flying troops.
Lies ahead of us.
I enjoyed it a lot.
The path is clear.
I was hoping that that new Epic Cav would be flying, but yeah.
A long road lies ahead of us.
We've got work to do. Aim in all directions. Weapons ready. Behold the might of dwarven technology.
Well, that guy was AFK.
There can be no eternity without the divine. One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak.
Um,
The path is clear.
So, like, it depends on who you're fighting. If you're fighting mostly T4,
Follow me.
they're okay. I never, like, I didn't go for them until I was T5, and early on I was, you know,
Lies ahead of us.
obviously the proportions of seasons go. So it's tough, right? Like my flying cav are about as developed as you can be. So
Quit your lollygagging.
if if you're a low spender, they're probably not a play for you, honestly,
Alright,
because
I'll
obviously
lead
you
the way.
unlock flying units to last. You're probably better off just as League of Order or Wilderberg. I enjoy it. Even I think the other factions are probably objectively stronger. But like, you know, it's a game. You play the game to have fun, and if this is how you have fun, you know, this is what you should do, right? But if you're like, I have fun by being as strong as I can, probably not the choice for you.
One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak. I have proceeded as planned.
Outriders are interesting. Um, Gotcha Whale, unless I don't think they changed that. But the new patch came out, and if you don't know, they made a bunch of changes they didn't tell anyone about. So it's who knows, maybe. Oh, it's an Amber Skeleton. So let me. Yeah, it's still only once a second. Now, like, is it possible the update changed things and they didn't update it and it's a bug? I guess it's possible. I haven't tested it since the latest patch, so but when I tested it before many times, it can never proc more than once a second. So when I get a second, I'll check it again to make sure that they haven't changed that. Um, so yeah, I woke up this morning and you know, I started the rally on the gate, and I'm like, wait a minute, why is there 310,000 troops in my Mag's A rally? And it's like, oh, they stealth buff SVIP 16 big time and didn't tell anyone. So you know, uh, okay, so Elk Riders,
Darkness within me.
they're weaker than traditional Cav. They have advantages. One of the things you can do with them is, particularly with Urag, you can city hop like an MFer with Elk Riders, and it's effective. It's also just extremely unfun gameplay. So it's one of these things. At least I find it unfun. Whatever. Everyone finds fun differently, but I can't stand that. Elk Riders are great at clearing keeps. There is nothing you can put in a keep that my Elk Riders can't farm, assuming you're, you know, not defending them otherwise. In a straight cav on cav fight, the melee cav slaughter Elk Riders, so you know, and they're very strong right now. So they're different. Um, if you like playing heavily like micro intense, it is better for that. Uh, but like if you like smashing and doing lots of quick damage, they're not as good for that. If I could choose, like if they let you choose what kind of cav you have, I would choose the melee cav instead of the ground cav, or sorry, instead of the Elk Riders.
A long road lies ahead of us.
And tower there.
Proceeding, a long road lies ahead of us. One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak.
Yeah, I mean they're interesting. Like for example, if you run a Gorsh Skogul out there, you could 5 March your orc or human cav on my Gorsh Skogul, and I'm going to trade positively with my Gorsh Skogul. Like there's no melee that does well, but Elk Riders will trade positively with infantry, so they have like niche uses. But the main thing for cav, like you want to charge in, hit the range unit, get that instant rage proc. Elk Riders don't do that, and like their stats are just weaker than normal cav, so they have their uses. They're not as good as ground cav or as orc ground cav or human ground cav.
Mortals have some interesting...
Follow me. We've got work to
The path is clear.
Follow me. Quit your lollygagging. Feel the fury of the dwarves. Quit your lollygagging. Follow me.
One of the changes I found that I like a lot is using the
I'll lead the way. You can count on machines better than men.
is going with the new hammer. It works really well.
Aim in all directions.
I think 25 is a really strong alliance, but they have players like everyone who just AFK their marches.
Quit your lollygagging. All right, I'll lead the way.
I am not going to be able to pay attention to chat for a
We've
little
got
bit.
work to do. You can count on machines better than... Follow me.
One day,
You can count on machines better than men. Aim in all directions.
proceed. There can be no eternal...
Follow me. We've got work to do.
One day, I shall return to White...
Weapons ready. All right, I'll lead the way. Quit your lollygagging. All right, I'll lead the way.
Mortals have some...
Quit your lollygagging. Feel the fury of the dwarves.
I cannot ignore it.
thing with Gorge Skull is it does no damage unless you attack it, so who cares?
One day, I shall.
Follow me. We've got work to do. Weapons ready.
I'm gonna run.
Lollygagging. You can count on machines better than men. We've got work to do.
Mortals have some interesting.
All right, I'll lead the way.
So with a flying cav, one of the things you gotta do is just disrupt the back lines. It's better at the end of the battle because you'll have a lot of red marches marching back, but
I'll lead the way.
beginning of the battle too. So I've taken out what 3-4 marches, and I've got people running back, and I got people distracted.
Follow me.
So very positive trade.
You can count on machines.
Is it
better
enough? Who
than
knows? It's a little thing you do.
men. All right,
But a lot of fun.
I'll lead the way.
Mortals have some
We've got work to do. Feel the fury of the dwarves. Nothing like the sound. Aim in all directions. Nothing like the sound of cannon.
Do you seek
Weapons ready. Aim in all directions. You can
Those
count
cav
on
would be a
machines
problem.
better than men.
Those cav are a big problem. I gotta get away from that now. Here's the taunt.
What, you can count on machines better than men.
the path is clear?
Quit your
Over there for a
lollygagging.
bit.
There can be no eternity. Love, the darkness within me, will be purged.
All right, I'll lead the way.
Yeah, if you don't know the buff to SVIP, it's actually a little it's a little obscene, frankly. It's like 10% more cav, more free healing, more resource healing, cheaper resource healing. It's probably a little too much. Obviously, I benefit from it, but I feel it's a little free to play unfriendly, and I don't like it. I wish they hadn't done that. I thought that extra war and the extra like regeneration potions every day, that was plenty, right? And that's cosmetics too.
Do you greetings, mortal? There can be no eternity without the
You can count on machine. All right, I'll lead the way. Quit your lollygagging. We've got work to do.
Mortals have some interesting ideas.
Follow me. All right, I'll lead the way. Follow me. Who said quit your lollygagging?
A long road lies ahead of us.
All right, I'll lead the way. You can count on machines better than men. We've got work to do.
Mortals have some
Follow me. You can count on machines better than men.
A long road lies ahead of us.
Quit your lollygagging. We've got work to do.
Man, this is good discipline, but Jesus, this 25 ball is cut off.
There can be no eternity without the divine.
Follow me.
The path.
Feel the fury of the dwarves.
Prepare to meet your end.
We've got work to do.
Mortals have some interesting ideas. One day, I shall return to White Wing Peak.
Who you calling Firebeard?
There can be no eternity without the divine. Love, greed.
That's probably a good time to send my cab home.
Greetings, mortal.
Pretty good haul from that little outing.
Do you see?
You can count on machines better than men.
I mean, that was an impressive ball retreat, but I mean, eventually you run out of terrain there and you see what happens.
Love,
I was getting thirsty.
the darkness.
So let's see those reports. 53. This one's always weak. 59. Pretty nice. Yeah, IMS VIP. I'll show you the buff here in a second.
Proceeded. I cannot ignore the. Do you seek my counsel?
Pretty good haul from that little outing.
Fine. Uh, how do you mean, no, Craig? The main, Grundle's with Craig. Uh, Good question. I'm part of the program, just kind of like the junior member, and they give you a little thing that turns off the alliance markers in chat. So it's just a little feature they give us when you're part of the program. So if you ever see the Big Mac, that's my other account. I'm trying and playing them both very badly right now. Um, and I was trying to dual box them during that fight. You'll see I got one Big Mac march left. You might see it during this fight. Yeah, I got a lot to learn about streaming. Dark Mage asked me earlier. I'm trying to figure some of this stuff out. I was looking at some of it yesterday, but if I haven't mentioned, we fought all day yesterday. Obviously, we're fighting all day today. I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to upgrade my product here until the off season. Oh yeah, let's show the SVP. Uh, so at 16, I get 10% attack, 15% production speed. The dragon tickets, who cares? 5% Legion capacity, so that means my normal marches are 310,000, and like some marches are even bigger. CP, I get more max CP, which that's nice in general, but it's particularly good at the beginning of the season. And then 5% reduction in resource healing cost, so that's nice. I also you pick up 1 extra war and 5 extra regen potions per day. You can also buy this thing 4 times a month. 4 fruit boxes, that's the main thing. 100 regen potions. So, and then some speed ups, some mana. I mean, but it's $100, so you know, how much money do you want to spend? I've already spent way more than I should on this game. Yeah, so like I said, I think I mean, look, obviously I benefit from SVIP, but I think it's a little too much. So I have two new flying cav builds. I'll do a video about this when I get a minute. The first is I call it the 76 build. So my old speed was 56, but then so Frondel and Atheist can by themselves get up to 56 with their talents, and they both have a 20% movement speed. So these two get up to 76, and then Bayhorn with the help of Thea can get up to 76. This is my like stronger flying cav march. And then I have the 96 build, which is these guys are 96 and he's a little bit below because I haven't got the exemplar on this yet. But the 96 is for like the larger battlefields, like at the end of a retreat, I'd want the 96. And the 76 is just stronger. The other thing I changed is I gave the Greymar's Warhander, which obviously is an infantry artifact. But when you have the exemplar, it does a 6-second stun. And it's actually kind of broken to stun people for 6 seconds. So I'll stun them for 6 seconds, and then if I need to, I can do this for another 3 seconds of tremble. So it's like basically a 9-second stun if I need it. You know, obviously only once every, 1.5 minutes, but still very strong.
Rise above, conquer below.
So let's see. I think we were getting hit up here a bit. Yeah, I'll see what I can do over here.
You can count them machines, but pretty good haul from that little outing.
I will make good use.
Glory to the
So I'm going to send the Elk Riders out. You can see them.
Leads home eventually.
They're a good supporting unit. Hey, Dark Mage, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. No promises I'm streaming tomorrow, but if I am, I always great to see you here.
What is it?
Follow the moonlight. It reveals our path.
The Brotherhood fights as one!
Follow the moonlight. It reveals...
Ha! Is that all you got?
Prison.
I bow to no one! I've won more battles than you've ever fought!
They're like normally attacking a Skullgirl with Cav that just suicide, but the Elks can actually trade positive with it, so it's not so bad.
Will fall by the moon spear.
Ha! You'd look better headless!
And this guy almost got away, but the infantry charge. Gone.
What we lack in numbers, we make up for in...
Even the longest road leads home eventually.
I've won more battles than you've ever fought!
I am by.
Stay in formation!
Got a little too aggressive there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Dragons will fall by the moon spear's blade.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there. Oh well. Nothing to retreat to here. They broke off. Well, I mean, I did just run into like 4 or 5 army groups of cracked out cavalry there. It was a little bit aggressive on my part. Yeah, that wasn't maybe a smart move. Yeah, Ghost Cav, Nolan, Gru, these guys are super strong. Alright, let's take a look at how we're doing over here. And I think that might be a good place to call it for the day. Unless there's something crazy going on. Alright, they're building, no pressure. You know, one thing that I didn't take that I kind of regret, this your Ghost Run Faster talent actually might have been worth it in retrospect. I went with this, which is just like 1% extra damage. Okay. Ghost Run Faster. Maybe I'll get that next time. More research then.
Glory to the
Everyone stay up.
the Brotherhood fights as one. What we lack in numbers, we make up for in courage.
Alright, I'm not going to over pursuit this time. I was just going to get him out of our territory.
May life
If we can move, we can fight. The Brotherhood fights as one.
All right, guys. I think things are resetting a bit. I think I'm going to take a break here. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. If anyone has any last minute questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to take a break. When things get crazy again, I'll start streaming again.
Regroup.
Okay. I'll see y'all next time.